Hey everyone, welcome to BISP Solutions. In today's video, we are tackling one of the most advanced financial models you can build inside Oracle Planning, a full discounted cash flow valuation powered by a weighted moving average forecast. This is a three-pass as-based calc script. We'll walk through every pass, every formula, every line, and validate the output against real smart data. The objective of this use case is to estimate induction of company value by forecasting future cash flows and then discounting those cash flows back to present value. Let's first understand the business requirement from Excel sheet before we move into business rule implementation. Here we have a simplified DCF model. At the top, we have two major assumptions: a tax rate of 20% and a discount rate of 15%. These assumptions will drive the downstream calculations. Now, moving to the main section of the sheet, the model is divided into two parts: historical or past year data from year 1 to year 5, and forecasted future years from year 6 to year 10, along with terminal value. For the historical years, we have financial accounts such as pre-tax income, income taxes, net income, depreciation expenses, capital expenditure, debt repayments, and net cash flow. Income taxes is calculated using formula pre-tax income multiplied by tax rate, that is 50,000 multiplied by 20% gives 10,000. Then by subtracting income taxes from pre-tax income we get the net income. Then by subtracting the total expenses from net income we get the net cash flow. The business requirement here is to use the past 5 years of data and calculate a 5-year weighted moving average. To forecast future cash flows, we are using a 5-year weighted moving average approach. Here, the most recent year receives the highest weight of 5, while the oldest year receives a weight of 1. This weighting method ensures that recent business performance has a greater influence on future projections compared to older historical data. Now the net cash flows value from year 1 through 5, we calculate a weighted average net cash flow. This value becomes the starting point for forecasting future years. In this example, the future cash flows are projected using the weighted average trend derived from historical performance. These projected values represent the expected future cash generating capability of the business. After forecasting future cash flows, next step is to discount them back to today's value using the discount rate assumption of 15%. The discount factor is calculated using the formula 1 upon 1 plus r to the power n, where r is the discount rate, which is 15%, n is the number of years into the future. For example, the discount rate of for year 6 is 1 upon 1 plus 0.15 to the power 1, which gives us approximately 0.8696. Similarly, discount factors are calculated for years 1 through 7. Similarly, discount factors are calculated for years 7 through 10. Once the discount factor is available, we calculate the present value for each forecasted cash flow. The formula is to calculate a present value, we multiply cash flow with the discount factor. For year 6, forecasted cash flow is 29,093.33. Discount factor is 0.8696. Therefore, present value equals to 25,298.55. This means that a future cash flow of 29,093.33 expected to 1 year from now is worth approximately 25,298.55 in today's term. Now the terminal value represents the value of all future cash flows beyond year 10. In this example, the terminal value has been calculated as 2,87,188. Since terminal value is also a future amount, it must be discounted back to present value using the year 10 discount factor. So we multiply terminal value with discount factor to get its present value, which is 1,42,789.19. Finally, we add together the present value of all forecasted cash flows and the present value of the terminal value. The sum of these discounted values gives us the final induction of company value, which is 2,42,995.43. Now let's see how we build the same logic in Oracle planning using business rules. Now that we have understand the business requirement and expected output, let's move into the Oracle planning business rule that performs the entire DCF calculation. At the beginning of this script, we configure some calculation setting. Update calc is turned off to force the calculation engine to execute full logic regardless of update status. Assign missing is enabled so missing values are treated appropriately during application. Copy missing block is turned off to avoid creating unnecessary data blocks, helping improve performance and reduce cube size. These settings are common optimization techniques used in planning business rules. So the first fixed statement targets the actual scenario and the range of historical years defined in the substitution variable actual year range. Within this block, we calculate the financial matrices required to drive net cash flow. So first, we calculate net income taxes. The income taxes is derived by multiplying pre-tax income by the tax rate assumption entered by the user. Next, net income is calculated. This is simply the remaining profit after deducing taxes from pre-tax income. Finally, we calculate net cash flow. The formula takes net income and subtracts depreciation expense, capital expenditure, and debt repayments. This gives us the cash flow available for valuation purposes, and the resulting cash flow value becomes the foundation for our forecasting process. Now, next we move into the forecast scenario. Although the future years will be calculated, we first need historical cash flow values available inside the forecast scenario because the weighted moving average requires access to prior year's data. Now this block copies net cash flow from actual scenario into the forecast scenario for all historical years. This provides the historical baseline that will be used by the forecasting calculation. And before calculating discount factor, we initialize a year index. The final actual year is assigned a value of 0. This serves as the starting point for tracking how many years into the future each forecast year is. Now we enter the most important part of the script, forecasting future cash flows using a 5-year weighted moving average. This script retrieves the previous years of net cash flow using a prior function. Each year receives a different weight. The oldest year receives weight 1, next year receives weight 2, next year receives weight 3, next year receives weight 4, and the most recent year receives the weight 5. The weighted values are summed and divided by 15, which is the total of all weights. This approach gives greater importance to recent business performance while still considering historical trend. Now the same process repeats dynamically for calculating the net cash flow for year 6, year 7, and so on till year 10. After calculating cash flow, we increment the year index. For example, if year 6 becomes 1, year 7 becomes 2, year 8 becomes 3, year 9 becomes 4, and year 10 becomes 5. This index is required for discounting calculation. Let Now we calculate the discount factor. The formula used is the standard present value formula, 1 divided by 1 plus discount factor raised to the power of the year index. Using 15% discount rate, year 6 receives a factor of approximately 0.8696, year 7 receives approximately 0.7561, and the factor continues decreasing for later years because future cash flow are worth less in today's dollar. So once the discount factor is available, calculating present value becomes straightforward. We multiply the forecast net flow by the discount factor. This converts the future cash flow into the today's value. For example, a future cash flow of 29,000 one year from now becomes approximately 25,000 in present value terms. After calculating the forecast period, we move to the terminal value calculation. Terminal value represent all cash flows beyond the final forecast year. Here is this formula estimates terminal value using the final forecast year cash flow and a growth assumption derived from the forecast period trend. Next, because the terminal value exists at the end of the year 10, it must also be discounted back to the today's value. Since our forecast period spans 5 years, we discount it using 5 periods. Now, we then multiply terminal value by its discount factor to calculate the present value of terminal value. Finally, we calculate the induction of company value. This is the sum of present value of years 6 through 10 and the present value of the terminal value. This final number represents the estimated value of the business based on its expected future cash generation ability. In our example, the result is approximately 243,000, and that completes the entire discount cash flow valuation process within Oracle Planning using a 5-year weighted moving average forecast. Now that we have reviewed the complete business rule and understood the purpose of each calculation, let's execute the rule from SmartView and validate the result. So here we have a TCF SmartView. At this stage, only the historical data has been loaded into the cube. For the actual years from FY26 to FY30, we can see the financial inputs. Let's quickly review the historical information available. Under the income statement section, we have pre-tax income for each historical year. Under the under the cash flow section, we have depreciation expense, capital expenditure, debt repayments. You can see all the historical years are marked as gray to restrict the user from entering the actual data. Notice that all calculated accounts such as income taxes, net income, net cash flow, discounted factor, present value, and induction of company value are currently blank because business rule has not been executed yet. As you can see, all forecasted years from FY31 to FY35 are currently empty. There are no projected cash flow, no discount factor, there are no present values, and the final company value is still missing. At this point, the cube contains only historical operational data and no calculated results. Now let's execute the DCF calculation rule. This business rule will perform the complete valuation process automatically. Execution, the rule performs four major activities. First, it calculates income taxes and net income for historical years. Second, it calculates historical net flow. Third, it forecasts future cash flow using a 5-year weighted moving average. And finally, it performs a discounted cash flow valuation, including terminal value calculation and company valuation. So this is our business rule. Let's validate and run the business rule. You can see the business rule is validated. Let's launch the business rule. So the business rule is successfully launched. Now, starting with the historical years, we can see that the income taxes and net income have now been calculated automatically. The same logic has been applied across all historical years. Now let's move to forecast scenario. Notice that FY31 to FY35 are no longer empty. The business rule has generated forecast cash flow values using 5-year weighted moving average approach. Uh, and the forecast begins from FY31 at approximately 29,000 and continues through FY35. Each forecast year is calculated dynamically using the previous year 5 years of cash flow history. Similarly, the discounting factor, present value, and finally company value is calculated with single business rule execution. Oracle and Oracle Planning has transformed historical financial data into a complete discounted cash flow valuation model. Thank you. Single
Hit like helps BISP solutions reach more EPM professionals. Comment, which approach do you prefer, CalcScript or GroovyScript? Join the BISP Solutions community for real Oracle EPM challenges, broken down simply. See you in the next one.